Is there anything I didn't ask you? Fans want to know. People want to know. Is there anything you want to address while I have you here? Is there anything you want to get off your chest while I have you here? Anything else you want to discuss we did not discuss in this interview you'd like to talk about now?
Uh, I really just want to tell you, let y'all know, in Chicago, I was the first nigga doing skits. Like, first nigga, 2012, 2013, like, going viral, doing the Nay Nay. Nay Nay came out, Watch Me Whip. When all them dancing shit came out, I was a nigga going top doing those shits next to She Loves Michi and all that, because they was going crazy. But, like, in Chicago, like, this was, y'all gotta realize, this was during the Chief Keef era and the when all that shit happened, when the BDs and GDs and all, like, Lil Durk, all this shit. This one, Lil Durk only song was L's Up with them hitters. Like, this was a long time ago. So everybody was choosing violence, I was choosing comedy. So I was doing my shit, and I actually was making numbers. Just being dumb. I had 56,000 followers on Instagram. Clicked on the link that told me I could get verified. Lost my page. They stole my shit. Gave up for a year or two, and that was like 2013. So 2016, 2017, I started to make my comeback. So now I was the first person doing that shit. Yeah, and I don't hate on nobody, because I always tell people like I was talking to Young Barbecue before she blew up. Like, I was helping her, like, wasn't physically helping her, but I was telling her, like, look, you gotta do this. You funny as fuck. You remind me of myself. Do it like this, do this, set up your page. Ooh, do this, do that, do that. She didn't listen. She listened, but she didn't. And you see where it got her. Like, she said it meant a lot coming from me, because, like I said, I've been doing this for a long time. And, I like when people take off on me, because it's like, you listen, like you did something right. Took off, did the shit right. Love Young Barbecue. And Cousin Skeeter. Cousin Skeeter was like, he was on the up and coming too. He was like, he used to reach out to me all the time, like, let's do a video. Let's do a video. And I was like, okay, we can do it whenever I link up with you or whatever. Let's do this and all that. And I was the first nigga hopping out of cars, dancing to songs. I was the first nigga doing that. He did it and took off with it. I don't hate him or nothing. That's my homie. But, like, I was the first nigga doing that. Like, I just want to let people know, because people don't be knowing and all this shit. But, like, I don't really be caring to speak on it. But he asked me. So I was the first nigga doing that. I was the first nigga in Chicago doing skits. Yeah, so, like, I've been doing this shit for a long time. A long time. So it's like, I just want to help people do it now. So that's, like, my goal now. Like, anybody that like see got potential or something, like, I won't mind helping you. But, like, people that just like, oh, put me in a video. I'm trying to get my clout up. Like, that's automatically telling me that you just want clout, instead of, like, I really just want to do videos. I've been doing videos all my life and all this shit. Like, those people you're supposed to work with. So, yeah.
Did you and Skeeter ever end up doing a video together?
No, we actually met. He came to Chicago twice. All-Star Weekend, All-Star Weekend, they was here. Bumped into him, I talked to him and shit. We supposed to do a video, but we never got time to it. When you popping and shit, everybody wants you to do interviews here and go here, go there. And second time was my homie music video. Bumped to him again. I talked to him and shit. We just never had the time. Like, we was just always doing shit. But I most definitely need to do a video with him.
So back then, when he was coming up and he asked you to do a video, were you stringing him along saying, yeah, I'll do a video whenever we link up? Or did you truly mean it back then?
No, I truly meant it. I just never saw him.
Oh, okay.
And I think he lived, I don't know if he lived here at the time or the DMV area, if I'm not mistaken. One of those, but I know I lived in Chicago, so he didn't live with me.
And when you say here, you're referencing Atlanta?
Yeah, Atlanta. Here in Atlanta. Yeah.
Now, back then, when people were choosing violence and you chose comedy,
yeah,
what got you to do that route versus the route everybody else was doing, which was violence?
Basically, because I was funny anyway. I just was like doing it. I just like, I'm going to just start doing it in front of a camera. I'm going to just start doing it. It didn't start off with slow. It started off with some dumb skits that wasn't really shit, but it really started off with the dance. Like I always just did dances funnily. So it took off from there. Like, oh, this nigga funny as hell. You see how he dance? You see how he dance? Everybody say that. See how he dance and said, I personally don't like dancing no more. And it's not because I'm tired. It's because I spend too much on my shoes. And I don't see how niggas keep dancing in off-white 4s and off-white retro 1s, the 25,000 ones, and you spinning on your toe and all that shit. Like, I'm a shoehead, so no, I'm done with dancing shit. Unless I got on some old shit, then you would catch me, I'll do some shit. But nah, it's not like my main thing. Like, my main thing is acting, so, rather than dancing, so.
So that was just by chance. You were already funny. So that was just organic. It wasn't like you saw that lane, like, okay, everybody's doing violent stuff. Let me go the comedy route and be different on purpose.
Yeah, it was on purpose. And then plus, because like I said, I was in Chicago. Um, you know, a lot of people I was in school with was dying and, you know, they making diss songs about each other and all that shit. I'm like, and growing up, like, in that area, if you only had to make drill music, you couldn't make no other music. So you making drill music, you had to be with a gang or whatever, however that shit went. So even if I would have did it, I would automatically be like, who he be with or who he rolling with. So I ain't even waste my time with that shit. I just went and did comedy. It saved my life, actually. A lot of niggas, like I remember I almost got robbed before, and then, like, one of the people out the group, like, no, he funny as hell. He don't be on that shit. Let me go. Niggas pulled up on me, finna kill me. Oh no, that's the funny nigga. He cool. So, like I say, like, comedy really saved my life and shit, so that's why I gotta keep doing it, so.
When it came to other people choosing violence around that time, did they want to collab with you?
Yeah. Yeah, they did. It was like niggas that I know, like ops and ops with other niggas, and like it's like, cause me being young, like I wasn't on that shit. Like I make a video with you, they automatically go assume I'm in the same gang with you because we kids. Nobody's smart enough to be like to just ask a nigga like, oh, you be with him and all that shit. They didn't really give a fuck when I was growing up. It was I saw him with you, I'm finna beat your ass. So it was always that, and I was like, hell no, I ain't even finna do that to myself.
So you never got intertwined with that. You never collaborated with people that did violence
Uh, I
in
mean,
those days.
I mean, like now, cause I'm older and I've been doing this for so long that people automatically know like I'm a comedian. Or, like I don't really, cause I just, you know, Rugas just dropped. They let the GDs at the door, and I'm not a GD, but it's, you know, Chicago. You know, a nigga from Chicago trying to come up too. So I made a music video to his song, and it's at 2 million views right now. So yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, and people automatically know, like, oh, he not no GD. He just, you know, he funny. So now I can do it. You know, made a video with G Herbo, all that shit. And people used to hate when I made videos with Reggie because he, you know, he's a GD and like, oh, you be with them GDs and all that shit. But that was when we was young. But now we grow old as fuck now. So yeah.
So, okay. Remember what age you were when you linked up with Reggie?
Uh, like I used to see Reggie a lot when I was a kid. But when I was doing videos, Reggie wasn't doing videos. Reggie was like in the streets or whatever. Um, yeah, damn, that was so long ago. It's crazy though, cause I used to see them niggas all the time. It was Reggie. I used to see Famous Dex all the time. Uh, FBG Duck. I used to see everybody like it was really like cause Harper is on 65th and Wood in the middle of Inglewood. Like I tell you, I'm from out west. OG got a good crib on Section 8 all the way out south. So, because everybody was scared to go out south. But like I said, 6, 7 of us. My mom like, we finna go get this 5-bedroom. Y'all gonna have to make it work with the schools. Y'all gonna have to do what y'all gotta do. End up going to Harper. We moved back out west. OG couldn't afford the school fees, so you can't transfer. So I didn't know that. I'm like, why the fuck I gotta stay in this school? But if you don't pay the school fees, you gotta stay there. So I just had to stay out south, even though I was living out west. So I used to see both of the shit, like, Niggas coming up, we get out of school. Niggas standing on the corner waiting on the other niggas to come out of school, and they just fighting, and it was a lot of dumbass shit. And when I first met Reggie, he wasn't doing that. The nigga hair was red, so his hair green permanently now, and it's low key when his shit was green when he started the videos. So he hit me up. He did the firecracker video. He was laying in the bed. Firecrackers went off. They thought they were shooting at him and shit, and that shit went super viral, world star, Snoop Dogg, whatever. And from that moment, that's when bro, we gotta start doing these videos. Let's do these videos. I say that's cool. Let's knock this shit out. And that's how me and him was locked in right there. Cause I seen it, he like, let's do this shit. Fuck all the extra shit. But he still, was Reggie. Nigga still was looking for him and all that shit. Cause if I'm not mistaken, I think he got shot 3 times, either right before that or right after that video. It was one or the other one. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, and we've been locked in ever since.
Remember what age you were at that time?
When Reggie did that video, I had to be grown. Like, I was like 18, 19. Yeah, and I was already doing videos, so everybody knew to reach out to me. I was doing videos. It was just me, corporate. It was me and corporate, like, right here doing videos. Corporate took the fuck off. Big Homie Blocks. That was Big Homie Blocks era too. Big Homie Blocks came up around that same time. Me, Big Homie Blocks, and Reggie really all came up at that same time, around the same time. So.
And I don't know if you've mentioned it already or not, but when everybody was doing violence and you was doing comedy, do you remember, did you say what age you were at that time when that happened?
I had to be. So you a freshman, you 14. I was a sophomore. And it was the end of my sophomore year, going into junior year. So I had to be like 15, 16. That's why I told you, like 15, 16 was like my most interesting years of my life.
So was that an easy or hard decision to make, knowing that Reggie was a GD and you were staying away from collabs with people in violence?
I mean, it was like, yeah and no, because cause I'm a comedian, I make jokes out of everything. So I think one of me and Reggie's first videos was like real life. Like, we made a video about real life shit. So we was walking, and he said, I ain't supposed to be over here. Woo, the ops looking for me, the ops tweaking. I had on dress shoes, and I told him, nobody gonna fuck with us. I got these dress shoes on. They gonna think we going to church or some shit. And they still fucked with us. And that's some shit that'll really happen, but I turned it into a skit. So, like, I just always do that shit.
And what was the reaction after that first video between you and him?
The first video was always, regardless of, okay, so when me and Reggie first started, like, they was just like, everybody hated Reggie. They were saying, like, he tried too hard, or why you trying to be funny? You a gangster and all that shit. You a bitch. It was like a lot of negativity towards Reggie when he first started, but his numbers was crazy. Like, everybody, it's crazy. Like, I really was watching the hating comments. Like, this not funny. But nigga was making like 200, 300,000 views on Instagram, and only had like. The nigga damn near hit 1 million followers. They stole his page. He up there again, stole his page again. He gonna do it again. But they hated that nigga so much, but his shit was going up.
So when you first collab with Reggie, even though he's a GD, you're not collaborating with violent people in violence, but you finally do, someone like Reggie. It was okay at that time. You were 3 years into comedy, 4 years into comedy.
Yeah, I mean, it was okay, but everybody still thought I was a GD because, Reggie a GD, Shaky a GD. So they all hang around GDs, and just me, like, just trying to do this shit and try to just knock these videos out and just find somebody consistent. It was Reggie. So we was like, come on, let's knock this shit out. Doing videos, Future Chicago, GD as hell, all of them just GDs, and I was just there. But in the videos, that's why I say the videos real life, because in the videos, they always played the gangsters and the niggas that's gonna rob a nigga and kill a nigga. I was always the nigga like, I ain't doing that shit. Why you give me this gun? take the gun. I ain't doing that shit. And we act so good that people like I actually like this how these niggas is for real. So like around that time then when I went and I met Chief Keef and he told me that he like make sure you come by yourself because I know you be with them GD niggas and shit. And it was jokes though, but that's how I know that people look at me like that, like who I hang out with. So, yeah.
You were able to overcome that stigma though.
Yeah, I think. yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, it don't really matter. I don't think so.
But just for the record, you're not affiliated with any gang.
Yeah, I don't gang, man.